Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode on the HermitCraft Feed the Beast server. So guys, since last episode, we have upgraded our pack from Ultimate 1.0.1 to Ultimate 1.1.2. So what does that mean? Well, that means that I can finally get rid of these silly gold chests that I've had out here for months. The reason why these chests are out here and why they're full of bees is because every time I clicked on one of these indexers, ever since we upgraded the server, I think the very first time from the original Mystcraft pack to like whatever the update was before we did the ultimate pack, every time I clicked on one of these indexers, I would crash. But now I can finally click on them and get to my bees. Yes, it's been so long since I've been able to do this. I had to pump the bees out of these indexers using these wooden pipes into these chests and manually move them over here and, you know, try and do this so I had access to them all. But now I can throw all these bees back into the indexer, which is awesome. Some other things that have changed between 1.0.1 and this new Ultimate is a lot of the recipes have changed. So if we look in the molecular assembler chamber, some of these recipes now have red borders around them, I guess background of red. So like this highly advanced machine block here no longer is crafted with 4 chrome ingots, 4 titanium ingots, and 1 advanced machine block. The recipe is now changed. How is it changed? I'm not quite sure, actually. Let's look up a highly advanced machine block. So yeah, now it requires these plates. So that means in order for me to do any of this Greg Tech stuff that I was doing before, I now need to get the new Greg Tech plate benders and hook that up to AE and get that auto crafting as part of these recipes. Oh, and mobs can't spawn on this block apparently according to this tooltip. That's cool. So yeah, a lot of the recipes have changed. Greg Tech has been updated, makes some things harder. Actually, it makes quite a few things harder. If I remember correctly, the flint and steel has now been changed. Is it? Oh, maybe it's not this pack. Maybe it's a different version. But in a future update, you can't make it with iron and flint. You have to use a steel nugget. I think that's in the 1.5 packs. So it's a future update that we have to look forward to. So if we keep going through here, I think all the way to page 9. Yep, page 9. This was my power suit armor that we made last episode, which I thought we were gonna do with the harder recipes because I thought that was gonna be, you know, what we were gonna be forced to use, but apparently not. All of these harder recipes for these power suit armor gone. So if we look up power suit armor, let's just do the helmet. We only have the one recipe. We don't have the harder Greg Tech recipe down here anymore. So, yeah. I used a little bit more resources than what I needed to do, but that's fine. I have plenty of resources. I don't feel bad about doing it. I still feel that the power suit armor is pretty cheap for what you get out of it, and I'm willing to spend a little bit more resources on it because I have them. Okay. Yeah, I still haven't done anything with moving this lexicon or the tinker table. And I still haven't done anything back here, been kind of lazy as far as building goes. But one thing that I do want to check out today, as far as this new update is concerned, is Mystcraft. So, it's been a while since we've done a Mystcraft world, and we've done a few of them here. We have an age that has crystals, which I should probably go harvest all those and get rid of this book. It's kind of silly to still have this age around. We have a diamonds age, which was all corrupted, and we collected a lot of diamonds. We really don't need them, though. We have the meadows age, which I've been doing my quarrying in. Jassassin's been doing quarrying in it as well. And this is just a linking book over to the Twilight Forest. Okay, so one of the popular things that people have been doing with Mystcraft is making lava ages. That way you don't have to go to the nether. You can just go to, or you can just make, you know, an ocean Mystcraft world full of lava, which is awesome. But I don't want to do that. I want to check out one of the new things. So I think it was this notebook. I made an age. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to grab one of these. I made an age yesterday. I was just checking out the new pack. Let me set this one down. Just a totally unnamed age. Nothing special about it at all. Age 216. Let me grab a linking book that'll get me back here because I don't have anything set up over there. So let's head to this age. Okay, so this is 216. I made this as a flat world, and I tried making exactly the same as my meadows biome, just a flat meadows biome, single biome, and didn't quite work out that way. So one thing that's interesting to me is there's red rock here, and I don't think I've seen red rock before in a Mystcraft world, at least in the 1.0.1 version. So that tells me we should be able to get red rock biomes now for Mystcraft, which is pretty cool. But as you saw, I spawned in right here, and I went right over to that library, and the very first page I looked at is the page that we are going to use today. So let's head back to the overworld. Just leave that book on the ground because I'm probably never ever going to go back to that age. No, I might. I don't know. But yeah, the very first page that I found in here, this is the wrong book. It's going to be this notebook here, was this page, oil. That means we can make a single biome ocean world in Mystcraft full of oil. Now, like I said, people are doing this with lava, which was kind of cheaty, but if we can make an entire world out of oil, oh man, that is going to be awesome. Very cheaty, but awesome nonetheless. Okay, so we have an ocean biome here. I've already made all the pages that I want to do for this world. So it's an ocean biome, single biome, oil, right? We have the flat terrain generation, which makes the entire world flat. There shouldn't be any hills or anything. And I believe the elevation is set to Y90. If you don't do flat, I believe the ocean level is 64, so you just don't get quite as much stuff. So I believe you want the flat. We're going to have no weather, east, normal sun. We're going to do a normal moon, normal stars, normal lighting, and clear modifiers. Oh, speaking about that other world, this age right here that we just was at, it was bright and there was monsters all around. Well, I used the bright lighting modifier. So I think it's a permanently dark world that looks like it's bright all the time. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But let's try and make this world. Hopefully this is going to work out like I think it will. So we need the bookbinder. We have leather. And let's just drop those pages in here. Give it a quick look. Make sure everything is in the correct order. East, normal sun, normal moon, normal stars, normal lighting. And clear modifiers. I think that is all we need. So let's just go ahead and take this book and should say an age on it. Yep, 217. Nobody else has made an age since I made this one, 216. All right, so let us grab a book stand and a linking book back to the overworld. Very, very important. Yeah, in this chest, I'm going to put these books, these notebooks back. I don't need those anymore. Okay, so I'm running out of room here. Like I said, I'm probably going to go to this crystal age at some point, collect a bunch of crystals, get rid of this book. I really don't need this diamond age anymore. I'll probably get rid of that one. But for now, let's stick a book right here. Age 217, just double check I have a linking book. Why do I have a bucket of lava? That's weird. Okay, so let's head to age 217. Oh yeah, guys. Look at that. Oil for days. We look at the map here. Oh, there's like a... What is that red spot over there? Uh-oh. Okay, so we do have an oil book, or an oil world, but it sounds like this is corrupted. And that over there is probably a red corruption block. Just for fun, let's go ahead and set a marker here. I want to go check it out. Waypoint. New waypoint. I don't know. Spawn. Done. Done. Back to game. Do we have a waypoint here? Yes. Okay. Not like that really matters, but I would like to get back to this thing to use my book. So let me point at that red spot, and let's fly up. Let's go see what that red spot is. Ooh, look at all that thunder. Yep, that's corruption. Interesting. Can I get rid of you? Oh, you know what? I have the... There we go. There we go. No more corruption, right? Ah. So I bet under here, yeah, there's corruption blocks everywhere. Look at this stuff. Okay, get rid of you. So entire ocean of oil. This is awesome. So what we would want to do is hook up something, well, I guess fly around. Oops, I'm going to drown. We would want to fly around, try and find all those corruption blocks, and then hook up some pumps and pump all this stuff out. Now, I have bees that make plenty of oil, so this stuff isn't necessary for me, but it is nice that you can do this. This might be a pretty good, like, you know, early on way of getting a bunch of power. Let's get rid of these things. Yeah, that was one thing I was really wondering about, is how would they balance this? And I suppose the way they balance it is by corruption, the world corruption, having those corruption blocks in here. Oh, this is pretty cool. But yeah, as you can see, this stuff is spreading, so you have a limited amount of time, but that's fine. Like, you come into this world, you set up a pump, you suck out a whole bunch of this stuff, or maybe you hook up multiple pumps. Hey, squid spawn in oil? I didn't know that. Bye, squid. That's pretty cool. But yeah, you come to one of these worlds, hook up a pump, start sucking out as much as you can as fast as possible, and, you know, just move on. Move your pumps once the corruption spreads and you can't get any more oil. But yeah, this is something that I really wanted to check out. This is really, really awesome. And how far, this is a flat world, so if we go all the way down, let me go all the way down here. Can I do that? Okay, yeah, let's go all the way down to the bottom. So this is flat at Y15, it looks like. So yeah, that's that is a whole lot of oil. Okay, let me get out of here. Come on. Uh-oh, I'm gonna drown. Why am I not? Is my gravitation engine on? It is. Well, I'm gonna make it. I think I'll be fine. I don't know why I can't go up super fast though. Oh, that's weird. Oh, you know, I wasn't flying, that's why. Derp. Okay, well, we've seen this. This is pretty awesome. I don't really need oil right now, but I did want to check this out and see how a newly spawned Mystcraft world full of oil would look, and that's what it looks like. Very, very cool. Okay, so let's head back. Okay, so that little expedition to that oil world reminded me of something that I wanted to do a while ago, and that was actually put respiration on my ultimate solar helmet. I have Aqua Affinity, and I now have a couple of these respiration books, but I never go into the water enough to remember to do that. So let's get that done right now. We'll put the ultimate solar helmet there, respiration, 12 levels, nice. So now I shouldn't stand the chance of ever drowning, especially in a world like that. If that ever happens again. Turns out I just wasn't flying, I guess. Okay, so let's see. What else? Yeah, let's head back to the base and let's work on something else. Alright guys, so here we are back in this room down here. So after the update, the blast furnaces were changed. If you remember in last episode, it said that I had, or maybe it wasn't last episode we looked at this stuff. It said the heat capacity of these blast furnaces was 3,900K, which is way more than what we ever need. But after the update, it said that it only had like 28K or 2830K or something. Well, apparently, in this new update, with these blast furnaces, you need to upgrade them. In order to upgrade them, you need these coils. Now, whoops. Yeah, these guys. Now, I believe the Cupronickel, whatever this guy's called. I believe these coils are used in the actual making of the blast furnace, but these are also used to upgrade the blast furnace's heat capacity. So what you need to do is you have to make 4 of these things, have it in your hotbar, in your hand, and right-click the blast furnace with them, and then they upgrade. So I've had to do that with, you know, the lowest tier the Canthal heating coils, and the nichrome heating coils. So I had to make, 16 of these, 4 of each per blast furnace, and I've upgraded them. So now at the maximum capacity with the pink casings, we've gone down 20k, which really doesn't matter since this is way more than what we'll ever need. But yeah, we're at 3880k. So if you look at the recipes here, just click on the little arrow thing. You can see right here heat capacity. So if I scroll through this list, we can see 2500, 3000 is to make hot tung steel ingots. 3,000 for, yeah, same thing, just a different way to make it. So yeah, I don't think at this point there's anything that I cannot make in the blast furnace. So that's pretty good. Upgrading those with the heating coils all the way, probably not really necessary. But, again, I have the material, so it's not a big deal. So another machine that I want to make, and I don't know if I should put it over here or over here. I'm thinking it probably should go over here, is the Implosion compressor. The Implosion compressor is pretty cool. It's how I can turn iridium ingots that I've been making. By the way, let's take a look at how many I've been making. Turn these iridium ingots into these iridium plates. So yeah, that's the only way you can do it. And it's very important that you have an Implosion compressor if you want to make anything with these iridium. So let's see. I keep going to the wrong thing. Let's look up casing. So I'm going to need some of these reinforced machine casings. I forget how many I need. I'm going to need some of these standard machine casings. That should be fine. And most importantly, I need an Implosion compressor. Now, I went ahead and I made this stuff off camera because I've been making a lot of stuff on camera. Even through this auto crafting thing still takes some time. So let's look at the recipe real quick for an Implosion compressor. This thing really isn't too difficult to make. So it's 4 advanced alloys, 2 electric circuits, a compressor, and 2 advanced machine blocks. Very simple. Okay. The hardest part, I think, is getting the casing. So let me line this up. Okay, so right there, and then I want to line it up with the Implosion compressor. So this would be the center. Now, if I remember right, I think I have to make a plus sign on the bottom. Right like that. And then we do the corners with the standard machine casing. Like this. Now we need a ring of the reinforced around the middle. And another plus sign on top of the reinforced casing. And then again the corners with the normal casing. I'm pretty sure this is how that goes. And this is lined up, right? Yeah. Okay. Symmetry is very important when you're working with Greg Tech. No, not really. Okay, and then this is the Implosion compressor. Let me put it on here without falling off. Okay. Yep, light turned green. We are good. So yeah, it does not say incomplete machine casing. So this is the way it's supposed to be set up. If you didn't know, on these machines, it usually gives you a little guide what you need to do to build the casing. Like if we look over on the blast furnace over here, you can see it's just the white, and then it's got the red in the center. That signifies that's where lava goes, and then the white on the top. And then this one over here has the multicolor because it uses the 2 different types. It has the white and the dark gray. Okay, so this is all set up. I do need to provide it power still, and then I'm going to have to figure out a way how to provide it items. Now, the Implosion compressor takes dusts or iridium ingots, and it takes ITNT. So this is something that I'm going to have to worry about. But before we get into that, I just want to mention that I did make a prototype Omni wrench. This is something I've been told to make for a while. I used to use the crescent hammer, and I've upgraded this thing, and this is pretty cool. You can use it on any IC2 machine, and it works just like the electric wrench in lossless mode. So I can, remove the Greg Tech thing, and that's fine, the Implosion compressor. I wonder, can I turn it so the ITNT is on the other side? No, it looks like it's always going to be on the south and the north side. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so prototype Omni wrench, very cool. It does the exact same thing as all the other wrenches, as like the crescent hammer that I have, except this works on the IC2 machines as lossless mode, which is pretty sweet. Like it. Okay, so let me put this stuff away. And so we were going to look at this. I need to make industrial TNT. So let's look up industrial TNT. So this stuff, So we need regular TNT and flint. Or flint dust. I think it's probably better to make flint. I don't even know how you get flint dust. Can you get that from bees? If we can get that from bees, that'd be pretty awesome. So it looks like tiny piles. It comes from red rock dust. What else we got here? Basalt dust. No, no thank you. Tiny piles. So how do you get the tiny piles? You can pulverize flint or macerate flint. That doesn't seem worth it because you can just straight up use flint, right? Okay, let's get out of this thing. Okay, so yeah, just 6 flint and 3 TNT makes 4 industrial TNT. Okay, so you get like 1 extra. And the flint dust would give you 5. Okay, I got it. That's why you'd want to use the flint dust. It's for that extra one, but I don't really know if it's worth it. Now, as far as flint goes, I think I can use the cheaty book to make more flint. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Yeah, so the minium stone and 4 cobble makes a flint. 2 smooth sandstone makes 2 flint. That's actually not bad. What else we got here? Yeah, the cheaty book, 1 flint, 1 redstone. You get 8 more flint for a redstone. So this would probably be how I make a lot of my flint. What else we got here? Nope, that looks like about it. Okay, so that seems relatively easy. So the next problem is making TNT. TNT requires gunpowder. I got a lot of portal guns, and I still haven't done anything with these gravity guns that I made. I do have a bit of gunpowder, so that will get us started, but I would like to hook up the bees that make the powdery combs so we can get gunpowder from bees. Now, I do believe I have those bees that you can do that with, but they have to be bred out in a desert, or at least they have to be in a desert biome to produce their specialty combs. So I'm going to have to look for a desert. I believe I know where one is. Hook up an alveary or a couple of them out there and get it all hooked up so it goes into our system and gets automatically processed the way all of our other bees are doing. I'm going to have to worry about a chunk loader, and I think the maximum amount of alvearies I can put in one chunk is 12, I think. It might be 16. I'm going to have to look at that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and at least go hook one of those up. I'm pretty sure I have the bees that you need to make powdery combs, and I can't even remember. I can't remember which species it was, but I remember making it a while ago. It's probably... No, it's not the fossil. That makes the coal dust. It might be like the primeval relic rusty... I know it's one of these. See if any one of them catches. Modest? Is it the modest? I can't remember. Industrious, water drop, fiendish. Maybe it's the austere. I think it might be this one. Okay. Well, guys, tell you what. I'm going to go find a desert, get an alveary hooked up, get a chunk loader out there, and we will be right back. Alright guys, so I've been sitting here waiting on this inoculator for about an hour. It's taken so long to get these bees going. I've already had to refill this once, and it's already more than halfway gone. So I think what we're going to do is just hook up one of these bees for now, and some things that I found out. Looking at the wiki, it said that the austere bee can only produce in a hot and arid climate, which I said earlier... that I thought was a desert only. Well, that's not exactly true. What we can do is put this either in like, whatever the biome is at spawn, that is hot and arid as well, or over here in this wasteland, which is also hot and arid. Now, if you don't know how to figure out what a climate is, the easiest way to do is to grab an apiary. If you have one, just throw it on the ground, right click on it, and it says right here it's hot and arid. So that's all you need to do to figure out, the type of biome. Okay, so this is hot and arid, and this is what I have set up right here. Let me hit F9 a couple of times so you guys can see. So this is one chunk inside this green wire mesh. So this is being loaded by one single spot loader right there, the baby chunk loader. Let me kill this guy. Pink. So yeah, this one chunk is being loaded by that spot loader. And as you can see here, you can put 16 alvearies in one chunk on one layer. Now, if all your bees have cave traits, you can, you know, put a roof on it or whatever and stack these all the way to the sky limit, I think. Pretty sure these spot loaders load the entire chunk, you know, all the way from the top of the build limit all the way down to bedrock. So yeah, good way to do this for a compact setup. So, okay, so let me turn the wire mesh thing off. So this is all within the one chunk being loaded. So I have the routers hooked up right now, and I have, whoops, oh, you can turn these things with the wrench. I don't think you could do that before. Okay, so I have chocolate frames being put into these things. Let me get that off of the JJ. Okay, so yeah, there we go, chocolate frames and all of these. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick one bee in here, since that's all I have right now. I gotta wait on those things to breed up for a while. But these should die off and make extra drones, so I can put, you know, the extra drones over here, put the queens in there. I really don't know how many of these we need, but I'm just kind of interested in seeing if this does in fact produce a powdery comb. Now, I was seeing on the wikis, it said that the default chance for these things to produce a specialty is 50%, which is quite higher than most of the other bees with their specialties. So I don't even know if I need 6 frames to always get the specialty. No flowers. Oh, okay, good thing I sat here and waited on this. How do I get out of here? I'm stuck. There it is. Okay, so let me go find a piece of dirt and a flower. Hey, creeper. Let me grab you. And, nope. Great, we have flowers right here. Very good. So let me grab you. Okay, there we go. So let's go give these guys their flower. And grass block. And a flower. Nice. Okay, so those guys should be happy now. Let me just go and do that real quick. So the next tick, I believe these bees should die, or be very close, maybe get down to about right here. And then we should see if it gets a powdery comb or not. I'm hoping it does. Yep, powdery comb right there. Excellent. Yeah, and it did get almost all the way down. Okay, so I just gotta let these guys go for a little while. And, yeah, get some of the drones so I can put the drones over here, get these going. And then I need to figure out how many of these I'm actually gonna need for a decent supply of gunpowder. Yeah, I'll probably do most of that off camera, and I don't know if I'm going to put in a full 16 here or not, but this is, you know, the amount of alvearies that we could put here if I really wanted to. Okay, so let's head back to the base and look at the implosion compressor and hooking that up. Alright guys, so here we go. I've laid out some of the items that we need to get the implosion compressor going. I put an interface on top where we can put some patterns in, and I connected it with some wire. And right here I have an export bus. I have also created the patterns to make industrial TNT. And down below here I have set up a way to auto-craft flint from redstone like we were looking at earlier. So I've just added another one of these guys right here. So this, when our flint level gets below 512, it's going to emit a redstone signal, and then this export bus is going to craft flint, always craft items flint, with the redstone signal. So once we get down below 512, we should, you know, automatically create more provided we have redstone. And right now we have quite a lot of flint, so it's going to be a little bit of time before that level gets down, but that will make sure that we never run out. Okay, so over here at the blast furnace, no, not blast furnace, the implosion compressor, that's what it is. So this has different sides on this block. This side right here has got like this weird yellow thing on it with the green dot in the center. That's where you have to provide it power. And then it's got 2 of those sides, and then it's got 2 of the red sides that say ITNT. This is where you pipe in the industrial TNT. Okay, so simple enough. So let's look at this export bus. I want to say always, well, no, let's do move single item / craft and always active. Let's put industrial TNT in there. So it should start crafting it and putting new stuff in there. Very good. Let me throw those in here. Okay, so yeah, this bottom thing will always have the industrial TNT. That's what we want. And then I need to make a pattern for this top thing so we can put, you know, iridiums in here, or, oh gosh, emeralds. One more thing to note though, this implosion compressor does take 32 EU, so you gotta make sure you step down your power. I didn't really show how that power is running down here, so let's do that real quick. Basically, I'm just taking our main 512 line over here. It runs all the way down to the end to our blast furnace, and then I took it and moved it over here. I know that there's a power loss after 40 blocks, and this fiber wire does a good job of preventing power loss, but I think it might be too long at this point. But this is kind of temporary. Over here we have all these machines that use the MJ power, like the powered furnace and things. I'm probably going to start getting rid of these and replacing those with the IC2, you know, powered furnaces and macerators and all of that stuff that we can overclock and make them a lot faster than the thermal expansion machines. Okay, so this 512 wire comes over here, goes into the medium voltage, which splits it up into the 128 packets. And then it goes into a low voltage transformer there, so it gets into the 32 packets. So that should provide it power without, you know, causing any problems. So one thing we could do right now is, you know, the emeralds that I've been getting from the bees, we could stick some of these emerald dust in this implosion compressor and see if it does in fact make us some emeralds. So let's do that. There we go. Now we are making emeralds. That's awesome. The only thing is, maybe I should make it so we always have a bunch of industrial TNT in the system instead of crafting it on the fly like this, because this is kind of slowing down the process. Yep, that's probably something I will do eventually. Okay, well, that does use quite a lot of industrial TNT to make the emeralds, doesn't it? Okay, let's get rid of this stuff. Very good. And I don't really need to make any more of those emeralds. We have a lot in the system, and they're not going anywhere. Okay, so this is all set up. So I just need to make some patterns. Put the patterns, you know, down here in this processing slot, so I can say, you know, make me some emeralds, or make me some iridium ingots. No, what are those called? The iridium alloy? Yeah, we want these iridium plates. That's what it is. So yeah, we need to get a rolling machine that's going to take the iridium ingots plus some advanced alloys, and I think it's a diamond dust in the center, and then stick the alloys into the industrial I keep saying the wrong thing. The implosion compressor, so we can make those plates on demand. Okay, so I'm going to need another one of these rolling machines. I'm going to have to get a pattern for that and set up something in here to make the iridium alloys. So let me get that set up real quick and we will be right back. Okay guys, so I added another rolling machine here, and we've added the recipe for the iridium ingots, advanced alloy, and diamond dust to be turned into a iridium alloy ingot. The advanced alloys have been changed. I don't believe you can still craft these the same way you were able to do that before. I think you have to do the whole plate bending nonsense. No, it's the mixed metal ingots. Okay, so yeah, they no longer are made in the rolling machine like they were before. The recipes have changed quite significantly. So I need to build one of these GregTech rolling machines. We will do this maybe next episode, or I might do this off camera. I don't know. But yeah, the recipes are in fact changed. But I did craft a whole bunch of these up already, so we have some in the system, so it's not anything to worry about. Diamond dust, I have being crafted on one of these. Right there, diamond dust. I made this a while ago in anticipation for making, you know, the implosion compressor and this recipe right here. So this should be set up. I just need to put... What did I do with that pattern? Did I stick it over here? Yep, I put the pattern in the wrong spot. Okay, so this pattern goes here. So this crafts 1 iridium alloy ingot with 4 iridium ingots, 4 advanced alloy, and 1 diamond dust. So we should be able to craft these on demand. So let's go ahead and make an iridium alloy. Yep, let's craft this. Begin. So it should put all the materials in there. Very good, yes. Let me see if I can snatch it out of there before the enemy system takes it. Good. Okay, so now I have the iridium alloy ingot. Now I need to make another pattern. I forgot to do this. Iridium, I need to say one of those makes one of those. So let's go make the pattern for this real quick, and we can throw that in the Implosion compressor interface, and we should be able to make those plates on demand. So yeah, we come in here and do a pattern. One of those turns into one of these. Encode. Awesome. Okay, so I'm kind of curious if this is actually going to work on demand, because if this does work, that is going to be really awesome. Okay, so let me stick you in here. Okay. So if I tell the system, let's see, I have 12 of those in the system right now, and I have this iridium alloy ingot outside of the system. So if I say craft me an iridium plate, I should end up with 13 in here. So begin. Okay, so put the stuff in here. We're waiting on the diamond dust to be macerated. There it goes. Now if we come over here. Want to do it? Do it. It's not doing it. Why is that not working? That is interesting. So it made the thing. Or did I tell it to craft the wrong... No, I told it to craft this, right? Yeah, because now we have one of these in the system. Okay, so that is interesting. Why is that interface not working? So this is saying crafts one iridium plate with one iridium alloy ingot. So maybe the interface cannot go on the top on this machine. Maybe it has to go on the side. Well, that's something we can try. So let me try breaking this. Let me grab this pattern. Break you. And let's put the interface on the side. I'm not sure if this is what needs to happen, but seems like that would be the only other thing I can think of. Okay, so let's put you back in there. Are you doing anything now? No. Okay, so let me just try making an iridium plate. We should already have the ingot. So if I just say begin. Whoop. Did it do anything? Yeah, that's not going in this machine for some reason. Well, I'm going to have to figure that out. Actually, tell you what, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to play around with this for just a minute, and we will be right back. Alright, guys, well, I got to figure it out. I'm not exactly sure what I was doing wrong, but the ITNT is still going in the side. The import bus is on the opposite side of where the power is, and the interface is on the top. I didn't change any of this stuff around. I did go upstairs to the crafting monitor, and I saw that it was trying to create an iridium plate, and I cleared that out, and then I, put everything back in this configuration, tried it again, and it just works. So that is awesome. So if we look at the iridium stuff that I have here, I have one more iridium alloy ingot, so let's stick that in there. Now if I tell this to craft an iridium plate, begin, it should just go ahead and do that. There we go, there's 15. Now I don't have any more of these to begin with, so now if we tell it to make one of these, it's going to have to go through the rolling machine, and then it's going to send it over there. Yep, so it's in the rolling machine waiting on the diamond dust. There we go. So if we look at the iridium, see 15, and now it's at 16. So that is automatically being crafted by this system. So that is awesome. All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for today. We are automatically creating gunpowder, and we are automatically producing industrial TNT, and we can make iridium plates on demand. That is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and hook up a few more of those alvearies so we can get this gunpowder just a little bit faster. We are getting it, but it's slowly trickling in. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.